Thank you very much for joining me today. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to get a PhD. Because a lot of students, a lot of people come to me and say, oh, how can I get a PhD? It's a very good question. And the answer is simple. PhD, Doctor of Philosophy, is the highest academic qualification you can ever have. Remember, people don't understand because they think the highest academic sort of qualification is that of a professor. No, a professor is just an appointment. It's just a post. Okay? So the highest degree you can ever get is a PhD, which is a Doctor of Philosophy. All right? Of course, there is another one as well, which we call the DBA. Okay? The Doctor of what? Business Administration. Okay? DBA. But let's concentrate on PhD. How do one get a PhD? Okay? In whatever discipline, in whatever field. First of all, it's advisable that, a person has got some sort of academic qualification. Okay? Some sort of academic qualification. Whether it's an undergraduate qualification or postgraduate qualification, such as master's. Okay? But let's now concentrate. How can one get a PhD? So if you've got an idea, because a PhD is about contribution to knowledge on whatever subject, and there are so many areas we can actually research in. So it's about research. A topic which you are interested in. You want to contribute knowledge in that sort of subject. So what you can do initially is probably maybe have a discussion, okay, with someone, okay, who works at the university as a lecturer, okay, in that discipline which you want to, obtain a PhD. Have a discussion. This discussion can take place, through email, it can be one-to-one, face-to-face, and so on. But initially you can send an email. It's very easy to get, emails of lecturers because whatever institution they work for, they will actually provide the email of their lecturers. So if you send the email, please make sure that you include your name and your intentions and just to, to start the conversation. And then, that person will encourage you to put your ideas on paper. This is what we call a proposal. Just a proposal, to just see what are you planning to do. So that proposal, which I've actually covered on this platform, you can just look at my videos on academic, and then you will see that I have actually posted how to actually come up with a proposal. So if you send the proposal, the lecturer may say, oh, you know what? I can do this. I can actually be your supervisor. In other words, I can mentor you. In other words, I can coach you. Then he might or she might encourage you to actually apply through the central processing unit, through the admissions. So you have to go through the admission, and then within that, it depends on the form and all that, you can actually put the name of that person you talk to. Okay? And in most cases, we have got research, students, offices, doctoral college offices, and so on, who process this application as well. Once you're accepted, your supervisor will be guiding you. And in most cases, we have more than one supervisor. We have got a second supervisor. And in some cases, we even have a third supervisor to guide you. And it also depends on the mode of study. Okay, the mode of study. Are you interested in full-time PhD? Or are you interested in part-time, PhD study? Or are you interested in what we are calling now the IPhD, International PhD? Where maybe, for example, you are in Nigeria, you are in India, you are in Zambia, you are in Bangladesh, you are in Malaysia, you are in Greece, and you are interested to study in the UK. You can still do it by distance, of course. And then you can be having the meetings with your supervisor and so on online. So that's one easiest way to actually start off initiating the process, is actually having somebody, and then you send something to, to that person and so on. However, if you don't know anyone, you can as well as directly, go through the admissions office, and there they can help you. They can actually look around to allocate who can supervise your PhD. So normally a full-time PhD is about 3 years, okay, and very rare. Yes, there's some students who finish within the 3 years, but in most cases, most students finish within the 4-year period. Part-time, students, you can finish your PhD within 5, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, even 10 years as a part-time student. Okay? So this is how you can get a PhD through study. All right? And then other people who work so hard in their fields and so on, they don't have to go through that painful process of researching and writing up your thesis and defending your thesis through the viva and so on. Other people are acknowledged, within their field, and they're given on a plate. Okay, they're given on a plate to say, oh, here is your PhD. Okay, so that's another way of getting, a PhD. You have to work very, very hard and to be recognized and so on. All right. So I hope that you've got one or two things here. But most importantly, if you want to obtain a PhD through the academic process, it is doable. You have to work extra hard. And remember, when you start doing your research process and so on, come back to this channel, and I've posted, how to actually, write a literature review, methodology, etc., etc. So I wish you all the best. This is Henry, and remember to support me. Remember to support me by liking the videos, commenting the videos, and also to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you in another episode where I'll touch upon some of the academic topics. From me, Henry Mumbi, I say thank you very much and see you later. Cheers.